this. I'm going to give you the information so you can see the contradiction immediately. It says, then cometh Jesus with them, talking about his disciples, his few disciples that were with him, into a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciple, sit here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and heavy. This is all God right here. Sorrowful and heavy. I say, God damn, what can make God sorrowful and heavy? God damn, get yourself together, guys. We got the universe's calling on you. Then said unto them, my soul is exceedingly sorrowful. Now it's God. Now if you God, you created souls. What the fuck is God got a soul? You know, God got I thought this was the Holy Spirit, but your soul is sorrowful. Okay? And even to death, tarry ye here and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, oh Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. Okay? Now what is he praying? He praying that he don't have to be crucified. So that's really, for Christians to say this man came into the world and died and shit for our sin. That this is something that because he so loved the world that he done this for us is a goddamn lie. This man was trying to renege on that promise, and I can't see him being the almighty God, omniscient or omnipotent, with an almighty, all-powerful, and you weak, and you crying, and you sweating. You understand what I'm saying? Now that the enemy is on you, and you God, but you praying to God. What God pray to another God like that? You understand what I'm saying? That's almost blasphemous in many instances. And he went again the second time. Say, God damn it, you know how you call the motherfucker that owe you? Oh, this motherfucker ain't gonna pick. I'm gonna call his ass right back. Maybe the motherfucker didn't see my number. I'm gonna call his ass right back. Make sure, nigga, and put this message on the answering machine. He went again the second time and prayed, saying, oh Father, if this cup may not pass away from me except I drink it, thy will be done. Okay, thy will. So what am I saying? But I'm gonna go right back and I'm gonna go to some more verses. I'm gonna go right back to Matthew 21:22, where he say, and all things, hear me out, this Jesus, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Because this is what he teaching other motherfuckers. But then when it's time for you to prove your words, hear me out, you coming up way short. So did the Father pass the cup away from Jesus? No. He had to drink from the cup. Even though he praying, even though he's sorrowful, even though he's sweating, praying not to be crucified. He was crucified. And on the cross, if you go to Matthew 27:46, he rebukes his Father. You understand what I'm saying? I guess he rebuked him because he didn't already say it. In all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. He didn't receive it. He didn't receive it. So either I come to the understanding that either Jesus prayer, believing ye shall receive, you didn't receive it. And so Matthew 27:46, and it says, and about the ninth hour, Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, I'm not going to go into that. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? So that means, I called on you. You told me that anything that I speak and pray for, that you would give to me, but you didn't give it to me. So he rebuked God. He rebuked his father. You see what I'm saying? So now the question becomes, number one, if Jesus, supposedly, the Son of God, the only begotten Son of God, you understand what I'm saying, could not get his prayer answered in his most, his most violent, his most needed time. If the Son of God couldn't get his prayers answered, what fucking chance do you got? What fucking chance do you got? You understand? This is the Son of God. This is the only begotten Son of God praying to his Father to let this cup pass away from him. Praying. Now if I go back, either he's not a believer, or he's not the Son of God. And my question is, even though he's praying, do y'all understand that if this is the Son of God, why doesn't he have conversations with God? He's no different than anybody else. You understand? There's verses where they say, and God say, I'm so proud, when he was baptized, you know what I'm saying? Say the clouds open up and say, God the Father say, this is my Son, whom I'm so proud of, or whatever he said. In that, not verbatim, but, along the lines of that. You see what I'm saying? But he's no different so God don't talk back to no goddamn body. You understand what I'm saying? They say it was only a few people that God even talked to. Face to face with Moses. You understand what I'm saying? That Moses was the only person that saw God face to face. That's what they say. Which is another goddamn fairy tale, but that's for another video. So again, why am I stating this fact? Because if the Son of God, what the fuck chance you got? You in there rolling the dice that God gonna answer a fucking prayer for your bitch ass, and he won't even answer his own son. He won't even answer his own son. He said, my daddy told me, if I, in all things, it didn't say this thing or specific, it said all things, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive. Now let me step up to some other thing. Let me go to Matthew 8. I'm working out on these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It takes a strong mind to interpret this shit. It takes a man who got deep wisdom in the African knowledge and wisdom from the ancients. You need that. You can't just go in here and you got to have the ancient wisdom. This shit ain't ancient as many people would believe. Okay? Now, if you go to Matthew 8:24, it says this. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with waves. But he was asleep, and his disciples came to him and awoke, and saying, Lord, save us. We perish. And he said unto them, why are ye faithful? Why ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was great calm. But the men marveled, saying, what manner of man is this, that even controlling the seas. This man raising motherfuckers from the dead. See, there go the other contradiction. Because if this man got the power, hear me out, to calm the seas, to control the wind, why would you need to pray to God to do something that you had the power to do yourself? That don't make no damn sense. It don't make no, see, that just show you they making all this bullshit up. You know, the glad he's man. You raised Lazarus from the dead. And if you could raise, why couldn't you goddamn get off the goddamn cross yourself? Why would you pray to your father to do something that you had the power to do your damn self? You're not gonna tell me you can calm the seas, you can walk on water. The man walked on water. Do you hear me? Walked on water, raised men from the dead, calm the seas, control the water, control the weather. And then when it came time to defeat his enemies that were gonna crucify him, and he was fearful, and what happened? God took your power all of a sudden? What happened? You know, that don't make no goddamn sense at that time. Let me deal with something. Because I'm showing you the contradictions in that shit. If you got these powers, now it's time to use them. Then you got the power to stop this. You can, you can do whatever you want to do. You can just touch these motherfuckers and they drop dead. Any motherfucker drop dead. Any motherfucker thinking, because he could hear into their mind. So he was a telepathic. You know what I'm saying? He had the ability to hear what they was thinking. You know, even when they was far away, he could hear. Matter of fact, they wasn't even talking. It was just in their mind. He heard them in their own mind. So any motherfucker that was talking against him, he could just make them motherfuckers drop dead. You understand? Oh, you talking shit about me, bitch? Bye. You understand what I'm saying? But now he has no powers. When it comes time for him to really do, he has no powers. See, that's the motherfucker, that's another contradiction that we got to deal with. Wait a minute, let me go to this. I'm bringing this shit up. You can write this shit down, you can do, and ask the motherfucker. And they gonna lie, but this is logic. Because if you tell me if I pray to you, nigga, anything, nothing, we don't got to leave nothing off the table, and I believe it, then you gonna give it to me. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. Let me go to this. We're going to Matthew. I'll just stay on and Matthew. I'm gonna stay on in Matthew. Matthew 14, 25. Matthew 14, 25 through 27. And that was when he walked on water. It says, and in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. Walking on, this man walked on the water. You understand me? And then, again, we got to look at it. Show you that the prayer don't mean shit. And that many of the stories that led up to his death, the death really showed what the fuck he was. He was a man. He was a fucking man. And all the mythologies and stories, and we don't know, who the fuck this, we know he ain't real, but it might been some physical motherfucker that, people make Charles Manson a motherfucking god. Niggas taking motherfuckers out in fucking California, cut their fucking phalluses off for some crazy ass cracker who they thought was God or something. So you don't understand, you got to understand this shit. And shit that is obvious you got the power to handle this shit yourself. See, that's a big contradiction. And then you say that anything that the Father that you ask of God, if you believe it, you shall receive. So what am I to take in the instance when you was praying in Gethsemane. Either you was not a believer, you were not a true believer, you were not a true believer, or you were not the Son of God, or both. That you had no inside connection. Like everybody say, oh, you got the inside connection. I don't believe that. Because if you was the Almighty God, you wouldn't have got here and pumped the fuck out. You the motherfucker. And the question becomes, and this is another question, but this gonna be for another video. Because this same God, hear me out, this same fucking God, among you Christians, you Bible believing motherfuckers today, this commanded Abraham to test Abraham of his loyalty to God. He said, sacrifice your son Isaac. And though Abraham was weak, he was I ain't gonna use that, not weak, but weak, because any motherfucker, you hear some voices in your motherfucking head talking about nigga kill. Look, God, fuck you. You asking some ungodly shit. Any motherfucker got talking about sacrifice my son. Wait a minute, what kind of God is you, nigga? You might be the devil. Motherfucker needs disguised as God or something. So he fucking he asked Abraham, he commanded Abraham to sacrifice his son. And Abraham was loyal. He rose the damn knife up, and right when he was about to sacrifice and stick the knife in his son Isaac, the angel, I think Gabriel, grabbed his hand, and God was pleased. I said, well, goddamn, you were saved, Abraham's son, but my son is praying for help. You would deny your own son the help he praying for. You would do that, but you would save Abraham's son, but you won't save your own son. See, full of motherfucking contradiction. See what I'm saying? So that causes me to ask critical, and I'm gonna